Transgender people are very dangerous to kids because the hate that we're getting is very unnecessary. Hi, boys and girls, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your girl, Sasha. I am a proud transgender woman, and today's video we're gonna be talking about being a transgender person, transgender woman in today's society. How does it feel? The struggles and stuff like that. Yes, so I'm gonna be playing music background. Let me just get right into it because I don't want to waste any time, okay? Because y'all are very impatient, so let me just get into it. Recently, this is just going to be a rant, okay? There's no script. I didn't script anything. This is me just going with the flow. So if it's everywhere, you're gonna forgive me for that. So living as a transgender in today's society, whatever you call it, it is kind of toxic. It is very, very toxic. Like, sometimes you become really, really scared of going outside because of the recent news that you heard or you've been reading online on how transgender people are being treated. A lot more people have really humanized AI and just dehumanized the transgender community. Like, I remember I had this conversation with this dude. You know, he was like, okay, we were having an open conversation, okay? We were having an open conversation. It wasn't harmless. He was like, okay, I'm going to ask you questions. I was like, okay, let us hear them, okay? Give it the best you got, okay? But remember, respect goes a long way. That's what we agreed upon on. And then this nigga was like, oh my gosh, I don't trust transgender people or transgender women. Why are they taking space in women's toilets and children's toilets? Like, a lot of people that are making like being transgender women look like as they are pedophiles. They go to the toilets just to look at people pee and stuff like that. And it's not like that, okay? Everybody who goes to the toilet, you just go do your business, girl. If you want to take a shit, go take a shit. If you want to pee, you pee, and then you just leave. And they're making it seem like we are pedophiles. We are out there trying to whatever happens. And there are cases of people getting attacked in toilets, with people dressing up as transgender people just to just so that the transgender community can get more backlash. And I feel like transgender people have been here a long time ago, okay? So now it is starting to pop out. It is starting to be out there. People don't understand, just like we didn't understand people were gay, or they just didn't understand. That's how they didn't understand the whole community, the LGBT community back in the days. But now we're in the 21st century, and people are just scared, and some of them are not scared. They're just ignorant, and they're hard headed, and we are not here to make anybody understand us. We are just here to coexist, and yeah, we just want to exist and live, okay? We don't ask too much. We just want to live and exist and mind our own business. It's already hard being a person who's trans and who's part of the LGBT community because we've been discriminated from the day we were born until adulthood, until we die. So it is just a lot, okay? Sometimes it is really scary. As I was telling you, I had this conversation with this guy. He was like, okay, if I ever see a transgender person, transgender woman entering the same toilet as my daughter, I'm just gonna kill them straight to the point, and I won't regret it. I was like, wow. He was like, people, women and children need protection from you all people and stuff. I'm like, okay, you know, we raise those kids. Okay, some of as we are aunties, we are sisters and stuff like that to our fellow women, and you, it's just so crazy how people make it seem like, your pedophiles and stuff like that. We are just in this place just to, and we're just here to coexist with women, okay? We don't want to give birth. We, a lot of people have the misconception of like transgender people, transgender transgender women specifically, they have like they want to give birth, they want to get periods. No, we understand where we stand as transgender women. We know that we will never experience that, we will never have the privilege to experience that, and we highly respect our fellow women. Okay, that's our mothers and sisters who were born with wombs and stuff like that, who get periods each and every day. We value them because if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be here, and we respect them, and we like being a woman is very so fucking powerful. So I don't understand why would you get intimidated by a transgender woman. It doesn't make sense, girl. You don't know who you are. You don't know how powerful you are. So if you get intimidated by a transgender woman, baby, baby, and I'm not bashing transgender women. We are so beautiful, okay? We are goddesses and birthed by goddesses and goddesses, okay? So, so if you're just intimidated by a transgender woman, girl, you don't know your story. You don't know who you are because, baby, you are powerful. You have the power to bring a whole human being in this world, and you're out here being intimidated by a transgender woman. Like, girl, wake up. Wake the love up, okay? Wake the love up, okay? We're just here to coexist. We're not here to replace women. We can never replace like women, like cisgender, biologically born women. How? We would never be able to do that. And we also appreciate like it's like our mothers and sisters. Like, I get so speechless coming to this topic because wow, 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 wow. They're just so powerful and very ethereal or just magnificent. I have no words. So yeah, so as we just being those girls, those sisters who are there for our sisters, you know, and but I've had friends, they came to me and tell me their, lady problems and stuff like that, and I've helped, and not in the mind of being, we play a role also in this society. People have taken those small stories of people being assaulted and pin it into the transgender community because they don't understand. And it's a new thing. And it's not a new thing. It's a new thing to other people because it is just blowing up now. We we've been here, okay, like Mrs. Marsha P. Johnson, and then there's this actor, I forgot her name. I'll search her out and I'll put a picture on the screen and the name. We've been out here like for ages and ages, since the 1990s, whatever. We've been here. So I don't get why people are like, transgender, we need. Girl, relax, okay? If it doesn't affect you, if it's not about you, mind your own business. Mind your own business. But it is so scary because sometimes working out, like I this fear, like there was this time, like I thought about this thing after having a conversation with this man who was very like, oh, I'm really gonna kill, blah, 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 blah. But I find the same men who are speaking this kind of things are the same men that who are in relationships with transgender women behind closed doors. After 9, you be calling that trans woman, you be laying with that transgender woman, but you're out here spitting hate like you are. It is just them reflecting how they feel about themselves, okay? If you hating and stuff like that, you are very insecure about yourself, that you are attracted to transgender women and you don't understand that. I'm not saying everybody is attracted to transgender women, but there are those type of people who are just ashamed of being attracted to transgender women, and they just reflect it by just giving hate or being transphobic about it. So yeah, today I'm talking a lot, like, and I look good, like Ooh, those eyes. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about this, and it's hectic. Like it's hectic. I've raised children from since like they were like babies, like they were newborns. I've raised my nieces, and that is so crazy how people make it seem like transgender people are very dangerous to kids because we allow kids to be themselves. We don't push the idea of being transgender to kids. We're like, okay, you see, look at me. I'm a transgender auntie. You need to be transgender too. You need to transition. We just let kids be. Like it is just so like it's boring at this part. Like we have to come and sit down and talk about such topics. But then we have to. We don't even have to. I'm just here rambling and telling you about this what has been going on in my mind. hmm Like for a moment, I was scared of men. After that conversation with that man, I'm not gonna call him a man because he's a boy in a man's body. His brain is like this, small and stuff. So the hate that we're getting is very unnecessary. We are hated for wanting to exist. But you know what? I'm so blessed to be surrounded by people who respect me, who see me for who I am. And you know what? Even though, let me say, I encounter people who don't see me for who I am, who are transphobic, I'm just gonna I'm gonna leave it to God, okay? Because you know, and also a lot of people have been trying to use religion against people like me. You know, like okay, you're gonna burn in hell and stuff like that. I've been seeing a lot of that content, and you know, I'm gonna be honest, okay? At some point, it got to me, like it got me wondering. I'm like, okay, girl, what's going on? Like, I got to question myself and God and stuff like that. And then I just thought about it. I was like, okay, if God didn't love me, there were so many situations that I've been through and overcame through the power of God. He could have let me drown in those situations. He could have let anything happen to me, but He stood by me and still standing by me because I am here. It can only be God. I'm here because of God. You know, some other things is different because, like I can't specifically describe my relationship with God and be like, but I am here because of Him, and He is very for me. And He's, once I saw that type of content, and I just, you know, I wondered like, does He really hate people like me? But then I thought about the countless times where He showed me how He loved me. He loves me endlessly. I am for God and God is for me, and still He is for me because wow, He's been very great to me. Okay, He's very great to me, and it is just so sad to see people trying to use religion against other people like and at the end of the day, God is love, He is love, okay? If you see a transgender person or a gay person, a lesbian person or bi, it is not your job to judge, and you will never have that power or that position because it is not in you. It is only in God, the power to judge. So whatever I'm doing is between me and God. So a lot of people just need to mind their own business and be graceful. And you know, I there was this time I used this audio on TikTok, it was like, don't mess up your future trying to judge me, okay? Don't mess up your, whatever God wants to give you, whatever God has in store for you, you are messing it up because you are trying to judge me. You're trying to judge my situation, who I am, I shouldn't be what and this. Like, you are the one who's blocking the doors that God has wants to open for you. It was those type of vibes. It was, you know what I said. Yeah, it wasn't exactly that, but it was along those lines. I was like, yeah, honey, And besides being transgender and stuff like that, just in general, that applies to everything and everyone in life. Like, okay, don't try to be the judge and person, but mind your own business. Okay, girl, drink some water, get some clear skin, secure the bag, secure that house, secure that family. Anyway, I wanted to talk about dating, but I'm gonna talk about it in the next video. Like, am I dating, or what are my views about dating? Like, am I, but anyway, if you loved this type of video, I know it's everywhere. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. I love you so much. See you on another video.